Okay, welcome back to 1717 Astrology. We're here with the Master Astrologer, Rose. Today we're going to be going over Andrew Tate's birth chart. This is your favourite person, isn't it, Rose?
It really confuses me that he first presented himself with a different birth date and then he changed it into something totally, completely. He even changed the place that he first said he was born into. But I think that's the correct chart of Andrew Tate, which shows someone who is very insecure, someone who is very unpredictable, and he can use his power to abuse people mentally, physically, emotionally, all kinds of ways, just to prove himself that he's not the loser that he thought he was. And he's the person to always change his opinion on things. That's shown by the moon in Gemini opposing the Mercury in Sagittarius. His mind and his heart are not saying the same things. He always have conflict in himself. So that's why he will always pursue things that doesn't seem very logical.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's known for that, I think. Always changing his opinion. People don't really know how to pin him down. But is there anything positive you see in his chart?
Positive. Well, he, like you see, Mars trining the Venus, which is popular with the opposite sex or the same sex, depends on what he prefers. But it shows that he could be a good short-term partner, not a long-term.
Right, so just kind of exciting and attractive in the immediate term.
Yes.
Okay, and what about the fact that he has North Node in Aries? Does that mean he's meant to break new ground in this lifetime?
It's kind of difficult to say because we do not have exact birth time of him.
Mm-hmm.
But the North Node is making a trine to Uranus. Uranus, which is conjuncting the Sun. So that means in present lifetime, with his unique perspective, unpredictable, changeable, he's going to attract the shine on him.
Because you mentioned that in our previous episode where Donald Trump also had Sun conjunct Uranus.
Yes.
And so that makes an incredibly individual person.
Yes.
Now, is that like an individualistic person or is it actually a very unique person?
Could be both, depending on, if we had birth time of Andrew Tate, it would be a lot.
Be very illuminating.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think you're going to get that because obviously he has what, as you already said, a very deceiving type nature based on his chart, and he's known for giving false information.
You can't really trust him because I am sure inside himself he can't even trust himself. So why would anybody else trust him?
Because he also has his Chiron in Gemini, although it's not conjuncting his moon.
It's not, but still shows that he was hurt by communication. He was hurt by words. So now when he has power, which is shown by Jupiter and Mars conjuncting, it will show that he will try to hurt people with words. The same way that someone else hurt him.
So is the fact that his moon is in the same sign as his Chiron, that makes his moon more susceptible to that influence?
Yes.
I see. And if they were conjunct, would that make it better or worse?
It would make it worse.
So in that way, he's lucky at least. He has two very tight conjunctions with Jupiter and Mars in Pisces and Pluto and Venus in Scorpio.
Yeah, that just shows he can be seen as charming with whoever he wants to attract.
With both those aspects, or just with the Scorpio one?
It's we look at the chart as a whole, as a whole thing, and Jupiter, Mars, trine Venus and Pluto. That's a very strong, charming type of person.
I see. Well, I don't think anybody's surprised to find that out. He also has a lot of planets in Sagittarius, but that makes him quite a risk taker, that kind of thing.
Risk taker, yes. He likes freedom. We don't know where they resign, in which house. It would make it a lot easier.
It could be the 10th house, maybe, for him. Or it could be the 9th, I guess. I guess you just don't know.
We just don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the 8th could probably make sense too. Just all these things. The fact that he has Neptune and Capricorn, would that be part of his business proficiency?
No.
No? Oh, I see. Why not? What would it mean?
We don't know which house is Neptune in. So that makes it a lot difficult, and Neptune is not making really much of an aspect in a chart. There is a wide sextile between Neptune and Venus, which would show someone who is, again, very lovely with partners.
I see. So
Sweet and nice.
So
but
again,
in the short term, because of all of the Sagittarius and Gemini influence.
I see. And do you see anything else in the chart?
Saturn.
He's got a lot of squares with his Mars.
Yeah, Saturn square, Mars and Jupiter. That shows that he was oppressed by his father. He had that real struggle with the father. And since Mars is in the mix, his father made him feel like he's not a man enough. He always bullied him. And that's why the persona he's showing right now, it's like showing to his father.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty... he clearly has, like, father issues, I would say. And he still seems to... he seems to talk his dad up in, like, kind of almost like a childish way. Where he seems to, when he reflects back on his dad's actions, which a lot of them were just sort of irresponsible, bad behaviours, he kind of interprets them as, like, this great master plan, which is kind of how a very small child thinks about their dad. And you can see that Mars is... squaring the Sun, Moon, and Mercury. So would that be his father's influence again, kind of obstructing him?
Yes, probably what we see right now, that big mouth under Tate, is what his father was. His father probably had anger issues, most definitely, and took it on him. And with that Gemini moon, he will always be a child in himself, but not in a good way, but in a very immature.
And would you say there's any hope for him to overcome that?
We don't know that.
No? You don't see anything that might be giving him hope? You think he's kind of locked into this?
He has a very tight Sun and Uranus conjunction in 0 degrees. And that is very important, because that's the strongest aspect.
It's the what aspect?
Strongest.
I see. And it's in Sagittarius, making it very, like, bold-seeking, kind of risk-taking, so it's unlikely you're going to tell someone like that what to do. That's a person you're not really going to tell what to do.
No.
Even more so than Donald Trump.
No.
Yeah.
You can't tie him down.
Okay. Well, I think that's it from us. I hope you enjoyed this interpretation of Andrew Tate's chart from 1717 Astrology. I'm Adam, and that was Rose. Goodbye.